get me a packet of sodas?
How's that going?
Sodas. Yeah. You want me? I want you to go down to the store. You want me to rub out the shopkeeper? No, you idiots. I want you to give me a packet of sodas. You think I like talking with a dry, sore throat?
I just love the other guy. He's like, you want me to rub out the shopkeeper?
I mean to whack him out.
Just a little gap of, you want me to, like that bit. Have you ever bumped into a mirror?
Have you ever bumped into yourself?
I bumped into my reflection.
Oh, my God.
And then apologized.
You bumped into your own reflection in a mirror. Oh, sorry. Fucking, you look pretty weak. That's when
No,
I said
like,
him.
Big
biceps. Fucking hell. Why are these guys so huge?
I was at like Kmart or something, and I didn't know there was a mirror there, and we were looking at clothes, and then like I've turned and I've bumped into the mirror, and I've gone, oh, sorry, and I was like, that's me. And I'm not sorry at all. I'm now talking to myself.
Is anybody watching? Okay.
Don't worry about that guy. He's an idiot.
It's like people that trip over in the street and then like, what was going on there? It must have been a massive hole or a stick in the middle of the road.
Anybody would have tripped over that.
I'm just going to keep moving.
My favorite.
I'll just go back and investigate. No, I'm going to keep walking. But
let me have a good long, hard look at this. This ground, this perfectly flat ground, that no visible object is at all. I'm going to look very hard to see if there is one.
Does anybody ever go back and check?
My favorite is when people, they trip and they stumble, but then they pretend that they were breaking into
They was
just getting ready to run.
Yeah.
No, I meant to.
It wasn't a trip. It was just a little bit of a.
That's how I start my runs every time.
I start a little jerky. But it all looks natural when I'm going. But then they stop.
Yes.
So I was like,
hey! I thought you were running.
No, I was only running for 3 steps. It was only 3 steps.
You're in a little bit of a hurry, but not that much.
No, I was, yeah.
Right. Okay. My other favorite is at a pedestrian crossing when people, they know they've hit the button and a lot of traffic had to stop, and then they're walking across, but then they make it appear as if they're actually trying to hurry.
I do that.
But they will move their upper body faster, but the legs are going exactly the same speed.
As a mark of respect, I'll get off my phone if there's a lot of people waiting.
Right.
Yeah, and I'll do that, and I'll go. But then I'll also give a little wave to the guy. I'm going as fast as I can. And he goes, I know you're not.
Yeah, you're going the same speed you're going the whole time.
You fucker, you press that button. I'm fucking waiting. I'm running late. Kids waiting at school. I'm 20 minutes late already.
Couldn't you have crossed
kids
10
fucking
minutes
crying.
down the road? Exactly. I'll tell you my most embarrassing moment.
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, this is pretty bad.
Excellent.
And it involves a pedestrian crossing.
And a penis. Don't you?
Well, I had the penis, but it was mine.
There was a penis involved.
It wasn't involved.
And it was secured at the time. Yeah. It's good to have everything under control.
We'll
downstairs.
start the story with that.
Okay.
The penis was secured, so we can start. Hang on a minute. Was the penis secured?
That's how I start my day
Right.
as well. Not just stories like this, but my day. So I secure the penis,
Right.
feeling good.
Now I can move out.
I'm leaving the bedroom.
Right.
I'm off.
The bedroom.
I get dressed in my bedroom. Where do you get dressed?
In your bedroom.
Oh, what, really? Wait, what? Every day or just
I'm trying to flip this. But so
I know you work shifts, so this could happen.
I drive an hour and a half out of my way to go there to get changed.
They're changing. I just like doing it here.
That's right. It's just, I don't know, something about the decor.
The decor.
It's just calming. It has a calming effect.
Something,
is that Febreze?
Something about the persistent whiff of dog coming out of the car. That makes me feel more comfortable.
Is that Febreze?
Changing at your house.
Oh, it's Labrador.
It's like people that don't do poos outside of the house.
Yeah, that's strange.
They really don't do poo. I try to avoid it. I mean, I'm borderline, but you know, if I got it, I got it. But there's some people, they'll go through pain in order not to poo outside.
Yes.
And or to have, like, so they've got special poo designated like depots. In other words, like
Their
they
favourite spots.
they got their spots. Like, but if you speak to those same people, what if you're at your mum's? Yeah, I'll poo. Okay, well,
Right.
okay, so that's a safe space.
Yeah.
For the poo.
It is. Well, you would hope so if your parents had.
And that was the opposite of a man. The other week I went to dinner in Salisbury, and as we were leaving dinner, there was a little man in a fez, just doing a poo in the car park.
No.
In the car park,
In a fez.
and he jumped. It wasn't like he was poor or there was any. He jumped back into his little new Camry and
Wow.
and sat in the passenger seat like nothing had happened.
That's really weird.
Yeah,
He had a fez.
I mean, I'm guessing for him nothing did happen. Like he was okay with it all. It was just like the 15 people who observed it.
I bet if
This
you...
is like 5:30 at night. Like it's
just weird.
yeah, it's not like 10:30 and he's been on the terps and you can explain it away. Like, oh, he's maybe had a bit too much to drink. Or, yeah, he's a bit out of control. Nope, just a little man in a fez, a nice little outfit.
I bet if
Jumped
you saw
out,
him again,
dropped the dax.
if you saw him again, you'd be like, I'm not
All
sure.
I saw was fez.
I'm not sure where I know him from, but his fez is familiar.
His fez is familiar. Oh.
Oh, that's
now.
right. Yeah. When I worked at Marion, we had like.
Why are you getting changed in my bedroom?
It's the decor.
Decor.
It's a calming effect.
Decor.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Which one is it?
Decorate.
Decorate?
Up English, it would be decor. But I don't know how it's said in French. Maybe it's decor.
Decor.
Yeah. I think if you add that to the end of anything, it just sounds more French.
Does
Doesn't
and
it?
you do that thing. Oh, that's Italian.
If you, you can't do it, can you?
Yeah.
What you doing?
Come on, Maud. I spent $50 on that here. I'm going out. My embarrassing story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it does involve a pedestrian crossing. So
Yes.
I had a new push bike that I'd gotten, and it was a dodgy.
Oh, how old are you at this stage?
Oh, I'm
22?
I'm like 35.
Are you?
Yes.
Actually?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a brand new one. I just got it from Cash Converters, a real cheap one. I just wanted a cheap push bike.
I just need a bike. Don't ask any questions.
That's right.
Come with the cash
For
converters.
certain reasons.
There were no records.
No. Cash only. So I had this bike, and it was the first ride I'd had on this thing, and it was a little dodgy, whatever. You know, it's a mountain bike. The gears weren't clicking properly, whatever. I was trying to, and I'd ridden a couple of streets around, and then I got to a main road that I needed to cross, and I was like, I don't feel confident like riding across this road. So there's a pedestrian crossing. Great, I'll use the pedestrian crossing. So I hit the button, and it's busy, and it's like, you know, a lot of cars pull up. And I thought, well, maybe, you know, there's a nice gap there. I'm going to ride across. And I stood up on the pedals. I got maybe 2 cycles through, and the gears locked, and I flipped over the front of the handlebars and landed splat on my face. And I'm sure that everyone was laughing in the car. I didn't look. I got up, and I was like, and I got hold of the bike, and I stood the bike up, and I went to wheel it forward, and I didn't realize that when I fell off, the tire had turned, so the handlebars were now facing this way, but the tire's facing that way.
Oh no!
So I've pushed forwards. I've gotten one step. The tire's
and
hit
you're
me.
keen to get across now. You already exposed yourself.
The tire has hit me in the legs. I've fallen over the bike again. And I've gotten up. I'm like, and I'm like, the fucking thing. And so I'm like, trying to fix the thing, and the timer's running out.
You looked up, and the red thing said 17,
Yeah, I
16.
got a minute of time, and I thought, and I jumped on, and then the chain broke off. I fell for a third time.
No.
Not exaggerating this. Third time, fell on my face.
Blood gushing.
And then I just grabbed the bike and just dragged it across, and I had my head down the whole time, did not look up at all. And I'm sure the people in their cars would have been laughing their ass off. 3 times I stacked it in front of everyone.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That was bad. Yeah.
Have you ridden a bike since?
I don't know, actually. Oh, man. Fucking hell.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So
Lesson learned.
well, yeah.
35-year-old men shouldn't ride bicycles. There you go.
And I was trying to do the smart thing, like don't ride across because there's lots of cars. You're probably going to get hit. And I was like, no, use the pedestrian crossing. That's the smart thing. Yeah, there's no risk there,
Yeah.
but there was.
Yeah, I think with cyclists is like you want all the rights of cars. You want to be able to ride. You want your own little lane. You want everything. And if you also want a fucking pedestrian crossing, I think that's asking too much. And I would have been one of those people laughing at you because I would have thought, fuck you. You could have gone with all the traffic, but no, you stopped the traffic, didn't you? When it suits you, you're a pedestrian.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And when it suits you, you're a road user.
Well, I wasn't
you want the best of both worlds.
I wasn't trying to be a pedestrian. I was forced to be a pedestrian 3 times, and I still got knocked over even. The second time when I went to push it forward, I went to walk next to the bike, and it still got me, and I still fucking stepped in.
It's like a demon bike. It's like a Christine of bikes.
I know. I cannot look up at these
What have
people.
you do? Did you keep the bike? What happened to the bike?
I from memory, I think I did keep it. I think the point of getting it was that we were going to ride to the gym, and we did that once. It was further than I thought it was.
It's a long way.
Yeah.
If you haven't ridden a bike in a while, I remember I lost my license for 2 days.
Oh.
Yeah, I got caught for driving unregistered. And
same thing, yeah, and 1 day for me. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So I think I got 2 days, and I knocked it down to 1 day. But on that 1 day, I had something to do, and so it's like I said to my housemate at the time, said, "Oh, look, I've got to go into wherever it was." I said, "Oh, look, I reckon I could ride that. It's about 10 k's. So I've got day off. 10 k's. What's that?"
Was that 20 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, and then I got like halfway in. And my ass cheeks were sore, my quads were burning. I'm struggling with traffic, and it's just like, you know what? I think I'm just gave him a call and said, mate, I'm going to leave the bike here. Do you reckon you could come and pick it up? And
wow,
yeah. So anyway, he came and picked up the bike, and I got a lift with him and went and did whatever I had to do and called the train back.
Oh, wow!
Just gave up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is one of those things. There was a very long, not overly steep hill, but it was at an incline, and it went for so long, and it was just all right to start with. You're like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Drop the gear, and I've been doing this 15 minutes. I'm exhausted, and I'm not even at the gym yet. I'm riding to the gym to train. I'm going to be wrecked by the time I get there.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of taking a pre-workout. It's like you're exhausted by the time you get there.
Yes.
Yeah, you're meant to be fucking ready to go, ready to bloody hit those weights.
The license thing, yeah. So it was unregistered. Yeah, I had the same exact thing. I had no idea the car was unregistered.
It wasn't the same car, was it?
Probably was.
Did I say you a Volvo in 1997?
Well, they used to send out the stickers. Remember that?
Yes, yeah.
And
then they stopped.
And you'd put the sticker on the car.
The little disc.
Right. And it was every 3 months or 6 months or whatever. And you'd forget, until they send you the next sticker. That, I've got to pay for the thing. So mine, I'd completely forgotten about it. And, I think it was about a month over. An undercover police car.
No.
Well, no, actually, they didn't pull me over. I drove to Marion, and then they drove in next to me, and the guy get out and showed me the badge. Said, yeah, mate, your car's unregistered. And I was like, no, I didn't realise that. And he goes, it's like a month over. Like, oh, okay. And he was cool, whatever, I wrote it. But then going to court, I'd never been to court before. I think it was 19 or something. Wore my best cash converter suit.
So it broke immediately. Buttons popped off. Lapel fell to the ground.
I fell over 3 times.
The zip would go up.
Yeah. And I was working as a delivery driver at Pizza Hut at the time.
Oh, yeah. So that was your mitigating. Oh, but I need my license.
That's right. Well, yeah.
Otherwise, people will go hungry.
That's right. You won't get your pizza,
Your Honour.
But yeah, so I had to say, whatever. You know, whoever, I forget how it works, but somebody said, police prosecutor probably said, you know, they're charged unregistered 1 month, very serious, you know, very serious. But everyone before me was there for drink driving. There was like 10 people ahead of me that were drink driving people, and one guy had a lawyer who said how tragic his life was, and you know all the rest of it, and that he'd had a night out on the town to try to relieve some stress, and didn't realise he'd taken one too many Shirley Temples, and so whatever. But everyone's like, okay, you lose your license. The judge.
6 months.
You lose your license 6 months. You lose your license 12 months. You disqualify from driving for 6 months.
Good behaviour bond for you, man.
Yeah, and then for me, it was like, I'm like, get up there. And don't know what I'm doing. They said, unregistered. And
what have you got to say for yourself?
What do you got to say? And I was like, I drive for Pizza Hut.
Please don't make me buy a bike from Cash Converters.
Let's try to explain. I didn't realise it was unregistered, whatever. And he goes, you'll lose your license for 1 day.
One day.
1 day.
Yeah.
And then he said, and if you drive in that day, you'll go straight to jail. I was like, all right, I won't. So, yeah.
And abstain.